This is how I fit my entire exam all in one sheet of paper, and no, I am not just rewriting my notes. Starting off, I use GoodNotes to take all of my notes, and I separate all of my lecture slides from midterm 1, midterm 2, and midterm 3. Actually, reading your textbook does help so much. I say this because you can kind of see where topics overlap from what your professor wanted to show you in class. This is what's written in the textbook. Then you can start to prioritize which topics are most likely going to be tested on the exam. This class was honestly so content heavy. Professor would just prefer to give you the picture and then explain it during in class. So a lot of notes are on these slides. After every lecture, I go into I call lecture one pagers, and I try to summarize everything was talked about in that specific lecture into one page. I do like a Cornell style notes. I can add questions here on the side, and I like to add diagrams, little notes. Once I know that my exam is coming up pretty soon, I get into what I call like a cheat sheet or brain dump. And I'm doing this cheat sheet, like I said, I go in between like my actual reading notes and then my lecture notes. What topics were repeated, what topics were emphasized. In this case, main topics were Pavlovian conditioning and instrumental conditioning. In its title box, I kind of put like quick notes of what differentiates it from instrumental conditioning. So this one is involuntary behavior and this one is voluntary behavior. And under Pavlovian conditioning, both the textbook and the lecture talked about what the SR theory is, what are the exceptions, what are some problems that might arise. Anytime I see an equation, it's probably going to be on the test. You want to at least know what all your variables are. As for instrumental conditioning, pretty much a lot of theories, but they were able to be condensed in just one box. There's a lot of like vocabulary words, those I will usually highlight. I don't know what these are called. Do this, negative reinforcement, you remove something in order to increase behavior. This box, it's kind of talking about what controls that performance, what kind of procedures are done during instrumental conditioning. Some equations here. I have some more diagrams. Of course, there's also schedules, kind of the same technique. Whenever I do want to go and study this, usually I'll go in and use like the little sticky note feature that GoodNotes has. But yeah, that is how I make all of my cheat sheets.